We live in an age where noise has become the background music of life. Notifications buzz, news headlines scream for attention, opinions flood every platform, and philosophy of the poor, and the world tries to pull us in 100 directions. And here's the danger. When you live in constant noise, you forget the sound of your own thoughts. You forget what matters. You lose sight of who you are. Mental fortitude is not just about being strong. When life tests you, it's the philosophy of the poor. It's about building a mind that stays steady when the world shakes. It's about having the discipline to choose your focus, the wisdom to ignore what doesn't matter, and the courage to stay the course when distractions multiply. Today, I'll share 10 daily practices, each like a mental workout, to help you cultivate unshakable mental fortitude in this noisy world. Follow them with consistency, and your mind will stop being a fragile sail, tossed by the winds of distraction, and instead become the captain of your own ship. If you philosophy of the poor, if you want to own your day, own your first hour. Poor. The morning is the only time the world hasn't yet knocked on your door, pinged your phone, or flooded you with demands. That's why mental warriors claim it as their training ground. Use that first hour for clarity, not chaos. No social media, no frantic emails. Instead, do something that sets the tone. Read a page of something inspiring, write down your goals, take a walk, or meditate. The way you start your day sends a signal to your brain. This is how I lead my life. Begin with purpose, and your mind develops the habit of focus. Begin with noise, and your mind will seek it all day. Every great builder starts with a strong foundation. Your morning is your foundation. Guard it like your most valuable asset, because it is. Mental fortitude isn't about hearing everything. It's about filtering. Your mind can't process every voice, headline, or opinion without drowning. You must train yourself to choose what gets in. Think of your attention like currency. Every time you spend it on gossip, outrage, or meaningless chatter, you lose the energy you could invest in something that actually builds you. Selective attention means asking yourself daily, does this deserve space in my mind? If the answer is no, drop it. Some people treat every piece of news as urgent. The strong-minded know most of it is just noise in disguise. If it doesn't affect your mission, your growth, or philosophy of the poor, or your peace, you don't need to give it a home in your head. A disciplined mind is not one that never hears the noise. It's one that knows how to tune it out. The philosophy of the poor. The world's noise is not just external. It's internal. Your thoughts can get just as cluttered as your environment if you don't take time to clean them up. Daily reflection. Even 10 quiet minutes at night acts like a filter. You review the day, separate what matters from what doesn't, and learn from your mistakes without carrying unnecessary baggage into tomorrow. Without reflection, Small irritations pile up, and you end up reacting to the wrong things. With reflection, you gain perspective. Ask yourself each night, what did I learn today? Or what should I release? Or what's worth carrying forward? Mental fortitude grows when you don't just live. You evaluate, adjust, and improve. Reflection keeps your mental garden free from weeds. You can't have mental strength if you're constantly drained. Many people think time is their greatest asset, but energy is even more precious. If you have hours but no energy, you can't use them well. Guard your energy by being intentional about the people, conversations, and commitments you allow into your life. Some people will energize you, others will exhaust you. The same goes for activities. Noise is not always audible. Sometimes it's the emotional static from drama, negativity, and endless orgent. Requests that aren't truly important. Learn to say no without guilt. It's not selfishness. It's self-preservation. A strong mind needs energy reserves for challenges that matter. In a noisy world, multitasking has been glorified. But it's one of the fastest ways to weaken your mental focus. Every time you switch between tasks, you pay a mental tax. Your brain burns energy and loses efficiency. Single tasking. Choosing one priority and seeing it through without distractions is like weight training for your mind. At first, your attention will wander. That's normal. But each time you bring it back, you strengthen your mental focus muscle. In a world addicted to constant switching, the person who can stay with one thing until it's done has a massive advantage. It's not just about finishing tasks. It's about training your brain to resist the pull of the next shiny thing. One of the biggest sources of noise is the endless stream of opinions about you, your choices, your future, philosophy of the poor. If you let every voice influence you, you'll never hear your own. Feedback is useful when it comes from people who understand your path and have your best interests in mind. But random commentary from strangers, casual acquaintances, or online critics, that's not guidance. That's clutter. Mental fortitude means knowing when to listen and when to politely nod and keep walking. If you're clear on your vision, you won't be easily swayed by someone who's unclear about theirs. Just as your body grows stronger with rest between workouts, your mind needs intentional silence to recover and sharpen. That might mean 5 minutes of deep breathing, a quiet walk without your phone, or simply sitting with your thoughts. In silence, you can hear ideas forming, problems solving themselves, and your deeper instincts speaking. The noisy world teaches us to fear silence, but the strong-minded seek it out. Make it a daily ritual to step into quiet. Think of it as mental weightlifting. Every moment you resist the urge to fill the silence, you strengthen your self-control. In chaos, You need anchors. Small, consistent habits that keep you grounded. This could be journaling, reading something uplifting, exercising, or expressing gratitude. Non-negotiables remind your braining. No matter how loud the world gets, I control my actions. They're the proof that you can maintain discipline regardless of conditions. The trick is not to overload yourself with 20 habits. Choose 203 that matter most and make them sacred. Mental fortitude grows from the consistency of these anchors, especially on the days you least feel like doing them. Just as too much junk food weakens the body, too much junk information weakens the mind. Social media scrolls, sensational headlines, meaningless arguments. They all overload your mental system. You don't have to cut them out completely, but set boundaries. Decide when and how much you consume and stick to it. Replace some of that noise with quality input. Books, meaningful conversations, deep learning. Your mind becomes what you feed it. Feed it noise and it becomes restless. Feed it wisdom and it becomes strong. One of the most exhausting mental traps is obsessing over things you can't control. Other people's behavior, world events, or unexpected setbacks. Mental fortitude is built when you shift your energy to what you control, your effort, your attitude, your choices. When you stop trying to manage the uncontrollable, you reclaim massive mental bandwidth. Ask yourself, is this within my control? If not, let it go. This is not avoidance. It's strategy. The strongest minds are not distracted by storms they cannot stop. They keep steering the ship toward their chosen destination. The world will not get quieter. The noise will keep coming louder and more relentless. But your mind can get stronger. Mental fortitude is not a gift, it's a skill. Built daily through intentional habits, disciplined focus, and a refusal to let the outside world dictate your inner state. In a noisy world, the person who can stay calm, clear, and committed will always lead. Because while everyone else is reacting, they are creating.